or maybe it's not morning where you are.
Mm.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah. Hello, it's good to see everyone. And Sue, is that one of your new paintings?
Yeah, I just paint this, the backward is my new painting. I haven't finished, but it's almost. So
Looks great. Are you bringing
you
that
like that?
Are you bringing that to San Diego?
Yeah, this is just for my gift to this great event, you know.
Yeah.
I prepared that.
That's wonderful. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's get started. Last month when we were together, Hannah gave you a little assignment, and I'm wondering, did anyone create a reel? Did anyone post a reel? Did we try that?
I sent some that we had done to Hannah, I think, but it wasn't till this morning. I don't know if you got it.
I got one from Eric, but I don't think he's on the call.
No, that's me. I'm here for him.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, then I received yours.
That's great.
Yeah. Anyone else make any reels or had any trouble making a reel that you need help with?
Can you hear me?
My family in Missouri. Yes. I will be back on the 24th.
Okay.
Yes.
So if anybody's got something, you can put the link to it in the chat.
All right, I'll do that.
So if you didn't do it, I guess I'm wondering why. Did you think it was too difficult? Was, you just didn't get to it? You were doing other things, getting ready for Art San Diego, whatever it might be. But was there a hesitancy to create a reel, and how can we help you with that? Anybody?
Linda, I wasn't at the last meeting, but there's always a hesitancy to create a reel on my part. So I have done them in the past, but I'm not real confident with them. I will try to get better in the future.
Well, one of the things I think you don't have to have a video. You could actually make it from still photos. Just make a slideshow. Right, Hannah? I mean, that can be another way.
Yeah.
And especially with your work, Linda.
Yeah.
That's definitely the easiest way. My biggest suggestion would be making sure you're taking the photos on your iPhone or your camera. So when you post the reel, it stretches through the whole screen, and there's not like white space or black space in it. That's definitely, more visually appealing on the eyes for your followers too, but it's really easy to take a bunch of photos. You can just select them and then you add music and
yeah. It is. Thank you.
I missed last month's, but it's nice to see everybody's faces. But I just wanted to say that I used to be really hesitant about reels, but I mean, we're not getting a ton of, we're not like at 1,000 or anything like that, but I definitely get more activity off of a reel than I do off of a simple post. And if I'm correct, and maybe you could speak to this, Hannah, I think it's because like the music trends you, right? Like whatever background music you pick. And I don't go to it like, I don't do a reel and then try to use one of their templates, because it never looks like what the cool template does. Like I feel like I edit it and all the different things, like nothing looks right. So either at an event or something, I'll take like little 2-second clips. Like I'm just always trying to accumulate stuff and do it lengthwise. And then I can intersperse it with photos. And if you just go to make a post, grab all the things that you want to put it in, then it takes you to a music place and you just choose the music, and it makes it all nice for you instead of going from the template side, which I don't know, maybe 15-year-olds can figure out, but I can't do that so neatly. But then you can choose music that kind of is relevant to you or nice, and it seems like that just all gets you more traction than just doing a simple post with a couple hashtags that nobody looks like. So that's just my 2 cents on it.
Definitely, and any sort of feature you can include on Instagram, they favorite that. So if you're posting a reel, posting trending music, if you're doing an Instagram story using, the slider bar, doing a poll, adding music, any sort of features that you can kind of fluff up your post, Instagram loves that. So the more that you're engaging with the app, they see that and they kind of reward you by putting you at the top. Video content too, it was a couple months ago, like the biggest thing. They're favoring a little bit more of carousel posts and static images just because they like to see that a little bit more than video, but I would still get in the habit of creating videos. And like you said, when you're at the fair, just taking 2-second clips, having a whole folder of that in your phone and being able to create 4 or 5 reels from that is incredible. And then the template side, I like to use the template side personally just for like inspiration, finding out new music, kind of the trends that people are using, and you can save them if you want to. Like a really good idea would be to save all the posts and reels that you like to see and go back and try to recreate them on your own. But yeah, definitely adding music, it makes it more exciting, and yeah, it doesn't have to be super hard. And I remember when Reels came out, I was like, oh my God, I don't edit videos. Like, I don't do video content. This isn't my thing. But once you get in the hang of it, it kind of becomes fun. And then when you start going on Instagram, you're like, oh, I could do that. And I could take, that photo that I have would be really cool here. And when you hear a song that you like, you can kind of splice it together. So it doesn't have to be super challenging. That's kind of the point of getting you all to create a reel.
Penny just posted in the chat that she created a reel with a photo. But she doesn't feel like she's good with the stickers and the decorations and doing it on your phone. I can't do that. I really feel like I need to do it on my computer, so I can see it, and then view it on the phone. I don't know. Do you have any ideas about that, Hannah?
Yeah, so I actually edit reels in an app called InShot. And that to me is just easier. Sometimes when you're in Instagram itself, I don't know why it just feels overwhelming. Unless you're going from a template, then it's easy to kind of just plug and play. But I like to do InShot and then I'll put music on top of it. The music doesn't have to go to the beat exactly when you change a photo. It can, and that's definitely more exciting to the viewer, but like just take the pressure off of having a perfect reel and just start putting content out there. And then you'll get in the hang of editing a video, going in through Instagram and trying to use the template version, just figuring out what you prefer when it comes to editing. An InShot, I think, is like $3 a month or something like that.
I think the other thing about it is that it can become a lifestyle kind of post. The music that you choose, it's also kind of a window into what you're doing, what you're all about, from your perspective, and that's engaging. It's creating in a little tiny way, it's creating a relationship, the beginning of a relationship, because you're engaging, and hopefully you're engaging them in wanting to come back, to see more, to follow you, and I think, are there any tricks to getting people to follow you? Follow me and an X will happen. Follow me and be registered for my newsletter. Those kinds of things, I think, can can be a multiplier.
Yeah, or even if you have a new, let's say you're painting a new piece, for example, and you show the beginning process, you can in your caption include "follow me to see the end result," and kind of tease them and stretch out your content, but you're also giving them little tidbits. And maybe you like to listen to, I don't know, like Led Zeppelin when you paint. Put that over your reel and kind of give people a theme to your music, and to it kind of creates your overall brand on your Instagram feed. And Reels is a really good way to kind of add a little bit of your own flair and your own touch to it.
Shireen is asking about hashtags. How many does the algorithm like? She started using Chat GPT, and I think all of us use that from time to time. So any ideas about hashtags that either collectively for the group that really work for you, or Hannah, do you have some expertise on that?
Yeah, so people don't really use hashtags anymore to discover new people. It's kind of more about posts that are trending, the music you're using, the content you're sharing. Chat GPT is great if you want to create your own caption, and then the hashtags can be, I would keep it 10 max, maybe around 3 to 6 hashtags, and keep it about what your post is about. Is it an art reel? Is it, in the studio, new art piece, new painting? Kind of switch it up so you're not always using the exact same hashtags, because Instagram will recognize that as kind of a robotic type of method. But switch it up and don't get too caught up on the hashtags, because it's definitely not the most important aspect. The most important aspect is the content that you're putting out and what you're saying in your caption to hook your followers.
Good points. Sophie, I know you said you sent a note the other day and said you had some questions.
I have questions regarding Instagram, and I have questions for other subjects after. For Anna, I have questions. Is there a better time for artists to post on Instagram? Is it at night? Is it during the day? Is it during the weekend? Is it during the week? I know there are statistics on that, but I'm having trouble finding my right sweet spot.
Yes, so I have Instagram pulled up right now. And if you go into the account and you go into, I want to make sure it's insights, you will be able to see when your followers on the schedule are most active. So what days they're most active and what times they're most active. I would write those down and post at those specific times. So normally it's like noon on a weekday is pretty popular for most people. 6:00 p.m. is pretty popular. So
I have no trouble with my own followers because I know when they're active and everything, but rather what is a good time for artists to post to get new followers?
I would continue posting at the same time that you're posting. It's not so much the time as it is the consistency. So making sure you're putting content out more consistently. I would start with every other day, then work to every single day, and you'll be able to reach more people because you'll be on the explore page if you're consistently posting content that, is engaging, using trending music, and having a good caption as well. So I wouldn't focus too much on the time as much as it is to just put content out.
Okay. And I recently switched to a professional Instagram account. Is that a good thing or not? Or am I late with that or what?
No, that's a perfect thing. It really helps you to dive deeper into your insights and how your posts are performing. It also allows you to, if you wanted to put some money behind a post and boost a post, it gives you that option. It also kind of makes your profile a little bit more professional. So you can include artist in your bio, kind of like how people do blog or, shopping, whatever it is. It just kind of gives you a little bit more credibility to your page.
And I know that since I have a professional account, I can program my posts instead of having to do them live all the time, which is a good thing. But there's one thing I'm really confused. Well, there's a few things I'm confused about, but that's another story. It's to be able to correct posts when you have a professional account. I can't figure out how to correct a post when I make a mistake, and God knows I hate to make mistakes.
You can go in and edit them. So if you have just an Instagram post of photos, you can go into the post, and in the top right-hand corner, there's 3 dots, and then you'll just see edit. And then when you're in a reel, you'll see the word manage, and that'll allow you to edit it. You can only edit the caption and who you're tagging. You can't go back once a reel is posted. If you had text in the reel, you can't go back and fix that, unfortunately. That would be a really nice tool. But yeah, so manage and edit are the two buttons.
So I click on the post and there's those 3 dots on the top. See, I don't know, and I don't understand why it doesn't say edit. I can't, I don't have that feature
Are you on a desktop or
on my phone.
on your phone? Yeah, so it should be there if you click into your phone on a reel or a static post.
On
But
a reel that I already did.
Mm-hmm.
It's working now. It wasn't before, but it was working now. Thank you.
It's like when you go to the doctor and
Yeah, yeah. You take your car to the mechanic, right?
Exactly. Exactly. It seems to work.
Question.
I'm still having a lot of trouble with the reels. Figuring me that thing out. So I repost reels of other people and of other things that I'm participating in. So I'm still not comfortable with that.
yeah, I'm happy to hop on a phone call with you too, or we could do a Zoom and walk through it if you have any specific questions too.
That would be helpful to like just do one. It's intimidating to try to figure out on my own and post something not good or whatever, or
Yeah.
not be able to do it. I get discouraged, and since I have a attention deficit, well, it doesn't last very long.
Well, I think it's also that fear of failure or fear and I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with attention deficit disorder. I think we've all got a little bit of that for sure.
Uh,
And just kind of taking the chance. But you know, we're all here and happy to meet with you on a one-on-one basis. And so just reach out to any one of us.
Mhm.
If you want marketing help, that's me. If you want any help with your gallery, any of those things, that's Kelly. If you want social media help, that's Hannah. If you want help and advice on selling and pricing, that's Eric. So we're all here to help.
Good.
So we said last month that if you made a reel, we'd give you a prize, but we actually have a prize for everyone that attended today. So we invite each one of you to now I know that Quinzu and Shireen with your husband, Shireen, you're participating in Art San Diego. So this is for Art San Diego, as well as for Spectrum Miami and Red Dot. We invite you at no cost for being present today to be part of the Art on View. Art on View is a digital exhibition. And actually, Sophie and Linda might remember seeing the screens. We debuted them at Art Santa Fe, and they will be once again at Art San Diego, as well as we've expanded the number of them for Miami. In addition, in Miami, there is an inner lobby. So it's a very large convention center, right? And it's Spectrum Miami and Red Dot Miami all under one roof. And you walk in and there's a very large entrance lobby, which is really the ticket lobby. So you walk through there, you get your ticket scanned in, and then there's an inner lobby. And in that inner lobby, Empress Gin, our liquor sponsor, will have a setup there, but on a 20-foot by 20-foot wall, there will be a projection of the Art on View. So what Art on View is it's one of your digital images, with a QR code if you choose, with however you want to contact you, and the image. And you can go to the Art on View, and Laura has put in the chat the link to the Art on View page so you can see what it's all about. It's a way to be there without being there. It's also a way, if you are there, to reinforce being there. And we tried this for the first time in New York, and it was really amazing. In the facility that we're in New York, Pier 36, when it's not an event facility, it's basketball courts. They call it Basketball City. And so there's all these basketball courts, and for each one of the basketball courts, there's monitors hanging on the pillars of the building. So we turned all of those monitors, there's 13 65-inch monitors, as well as 2 very large screens throughout the building. And we tested Art on View. And it was amazing, actually. It was interesting to see how many exhibitors reported back to us that people came to their booth because they saw something on the Art on View screen. And then there were also people that saw something on the screen, whether they went to the booth or not, we don't know, but saw something on the screen and made a comment as they were exiting that I wrote that down because I want to check that out. I didn't see them here, but I'm going to check it out. So it is a way to create a presence. It's another way, we've just been talking about the importance of visually connecting with people. And so this is just another way. So we invite you all to participate on Art on View for Art San Diego. Art San Diego takes place November 1st through the 3rd. And then for Spectrum Miami and Red Dot Miami, which is during Miami Art Week, biggest art event on the planet, December 4th through the 8th. So use that link. And
Linda, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to let you know, if you all could just reach out to me specifically, the link will not let you submit it because you're not paying. We're giving it to you complimentary. So if you are interested, I'll put my email here in the chat and just reach out to me and I'll make sure we get you signed up and get you all the information we need.
I forgot about that part. It won't let you complete the submission unless you pay the fee. So no fee required, but you're all invited to participate. We'd love to have you participate.
Excuse me, just a question. By the way, I'm Paula. It's the first time, my first time here.
Welcome.
Thank you. So this is for artists participating in those fairs, right? So if you're participating in that fair or just for anyone? Oh, okay.
You do not have to be a participant in the fairs.
Okay.
That's the beauty of it. You can be there without being there.
Great.
And so, take a look at that page. You'll see a little bit more about it, but think of it as a digital exhibition. For this group, we would invite you to be able to not just submit one image, but you could submit up to 4 images. And the usual fee for that is $4.95. So, and in Miami, individual images are $200 a piece.
Linda, do we have to be exhibiting at the shows to do
No.
that? No.
No.
Okay.
That's the beauty of it. Is you don't have to be an exhibit.
Okay. So just put the QR with the way to get in touch with me. Perfect.
However you want people to get in touch with you,
Mhm.
it's what goes on the screen. So
Okay.
you'll see a couple of examples when you go
Okay.
to the Art on View landing page.
Okay.
So it can have a QR code. It could have your email address. It could have your Instagram page for direct messaging. However you want people to contact you,
Okay.
that's what goes on the screen.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. And
And
you know, just like everything else with Redwood, we don't take any commissions. It's promoting you, and it's a marketing vehicle for you.
Thank you for that.
Linda,
Good.
Oh.
Thank you.
for the Spectrum one, you said that's a 20 by 20 foot. Is there, like, is there a suggested, or maybe Kelly, is there a dimension, you know, like, should we have a landscape photo of something, or do you folks, edit it kind of like I'm seeing on the website to fill in with
Yeah.
black space?
Yeah, whatever you submit gets edited, and Laura, who's just joined,
I'm gonna
she
make 2 shows for that one. So I'm gonna have one that's square and I'm gonna have ones that are horizontal or vertical.
Okay,
So whatever you submit, I will fit into those 2 different slideshows.
perfect. Thank you.
so it's kind of slick. And
That's cool.
you know, we think it'll be fun to have you all there with us, even if you're not there in person. So I think that, you know, the kind of the message that we keep talking about, and I think what we've really been talking about, all of these things today, has been about same thing that we've talked about before, is you got to work it every day. You know, for those of you that are getting ready to do fairs, that's a great way to market yourself, especially in this fourth quarter. As we head into the fourth quarter, it is the most important art selling time of the year. Traditionally, more art gets sold in the fourth quarter than any other time of the year. So it's important to figure out how to market yourself, to be out there, to create the reels, to be consistent, and think about what's worked for you in the past and do more of it now. And you know, it takes time, but you have to keep plugging at it. You know, and one of the things that I think, and if you've watched some of the videos where we've interviewed artists that have really made a very successful career, they talk about how they divide their day or they divide their week. With the example of what Sophie's been talking about, of having a pro account on Meta, that gives her the opportunity to set things up. She doesn't have to think about it. She could do it for a whole week's time. You could do it for a whole 2 weeks' time. But I think the important part of that is also remembering to go back and interact. If someone is direct messaging you, if someone has made a comment, connect with them. Comment back, say thank you, answer their questions, whatever it might be, because that's engagement. And that's what you want. That hopefully leads you to, each time you're doing that with someone, it's more and more and more of a connection.
And do the same for when, after you've exhibited at a fair and you get that contact information, whenever you paint something new or have a new photograph, make sure you reach out to them and, you know, just say, wanted to let you see my newest work, and follow up.
And you know, one of the other things, you can use your membership in the Artist Club as kind of a seal. You can put it on your social, you can put it on your website, you can use your participation now that you're all going to be participants in Art San Diego, in Spectrum Miami, Red Dot Miami. You can use those logos, those banners. There's banner ads that you can use, and make a post. I'm so excited to be exhibiting as part of Art on View at Spectrum Miami, you know, that kind of thing. So think about that, and please don't hesitate to reach out. Sophie, did we get all of your questions answered?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I have more questions maybe for Anna because it's regarding social media. Is it possible for Redwood Art Group to follow all of us and to make sure that maybe or repost some of our posts, or I don't know how we can do that. I never get any feedback on my post from Redwood. I don't know if you're even following me. So, but would it be possible to do like a, if you follow me, I'll follow you kind of thing?
Why don't everyone, my email's in the chat, everyone send me content, video, or photo with a caption, and I'll get it posted on Redwood's account. And then I'll make sure to follow you. We have so many art accounts and so many exhibitors over the year that it's hard to follow every single one, but I'll make sure to follow all of you. And then, yeah, I'll give you guys a post as well. So feel free to email me with that content and I'll get it posted.
We email you the Instagram link or just a post or what?
Images, any content you would like to include. So if you want a piece if there's a piece you want us to highlight with the title and any sort of captioning, you can include your artist statement. You can include a quote about the piece in your bio, anything that you would want our followers to know about you. And we'll get that shared on Instagram.
Cool,
Yes,
thank you.
Really, it would be the images that you're using for Art on View. So that, you know, it's that thing that I've said before. It's like a pebble that you drop in a pool of water and the ripples go out. You want to be consistent, and you want to, where there's an opportunity, keep nudging it.
Or what you can actually do, if you want to send iPhone size photos to me, I can turn them into a reel and I'll send the reel back to you and I'll get it posted, and then it'll also be a nice reel that you can use as well.
Cool.
On the Art on View, do we choose one venue or do we get to do all the venues?
You get to do them both. So Miami is, I keep saying Spectrum Miami and Red Dot Miami because they're two fairs under one roof, but it's one Art on View show.
Okay. So I get that one and Art San Diego.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have a different question. Oh, go Quinzu, I'm sorry.
No, thank you. I just have a main question right now because we only have a few days later we will have the event. The question is, I prepared my paintings for the event, but I haven't decided at last. So as I said last time, I like Anna or somebody else to help me to decide to make a last decision for my image paint exhibit. How can I do? I'll give you a page of PDF, or I just make the image of photos sent to you with some necessary information. So I have no idea how to do this next, because this is my first time to join this exhibition. I hope you give me some definite answer right now, because I haven't make fully preparation for this. Thank you.
So I would be the one to help you.
Okay,
And I'm happy to help you curate your space. You've got a 4 by 15 space, which means that there's 4 foot walls on the side and 15 feet across the back. And
sure.
so we just need to plan what, could potentially hang in that space. If you want to send me images and the size of each image, I'm happy to help you that way. If you have
Mhm.
an idea and you want to just sketch it out on a piece of paper and take a picture of it and send that to me, I'm happy to help you that way. Or
Good.
and we can kind of plan. And
Okay,
at the fair on setup day, we can make a time to meet together, and I'll come over and we'll curate the booth together so that if there's any question from looking at a sketch on a piece of paper or from a JPEG, we can refine that idea as
okay,
we're actually in the space and looking at the space.
okay. I prepared something like this. I have the wall, just this wall. I will put the whole paintings on the wall and with the right position. Then I'll give you a picture,
Perfect.
okay?
Yeah.
Then I can decide it, how many paintings I need to put on and which one is better for the images. Because it's my first time. I don't have experience. So thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And I think that Linda and Sophie and Shireen have all exhibited at our fairs. And one of the things to think about when you're thinking about an exhibition, it's not just our fairs, but any exhibition, is what's your very best piece. This is also
Okay.
something to think about even when you're doing posting. What's
Yeah.
your very best piece and what do you like about it? And then that's sort of becomes the dialogue.
Mhm.
That becomes the story when you're at the fair that you can talk about the piece. But your very best piece is the centerpiece.
Good.
And then the other pieces go around it. If you don't have a piece that you think is, the very best one, you've got two that you love, okay, then they're the centerpiece on that back wall. They're the pieces that make people stop.
Okay.
They're the
you.
pieces that when people are scrolling on the internet, it makes them stop.
Okay, let me try my best.
Yeah.
And I still have another question just about the view. To somebody told just now, I do have some view, but never made by myself. Used to be made by other people. I thought your documents that you can do this in your Instagram account. I don't know how to operate this. I send the image you made for me, or I just made the view. I don't know how to operate, how to make this.
So for this, are you referring to being featured on our Instagram?
Yeah, no problem. It's okay. I just can send to you my paintings, image, and you can do it for me. Is that right?
Yes. So
Okay, good.
yes.
So
So
I will do this. I will do this.
okay. So this
Right.
is
No time left, Thank you.
yeah,
That's
thank
great.
you.
Good.
I
Okay,
have two more
go ahead.
questions, please.
Okay, go Sophie.
Do you know of a software or an app where we can keep our inventory of paintings, of the paintings that have been sold, the paintings that are going somewhere, the paintings that are, is there an app or a software that, because I've got stuff all over the place and I want to make sure that not,
There is, and I should know what it is, and I don't, but I know who to ask. And I will, Linda, do you know one?
I use Artwork Archive.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
It's a great program.
Yeah.
is it hard to use?
No. No.
So it's a program that you can download from the internet, or?
You can, it is a subscription. I think it's 180 a year, something like that. There's different levels like everything else, but it's an easy program to use. It helps you keep track of your inventory, where things sold, you know, your list of your buyers, all of it.
That's what I'm looking for. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Linda.
And you
You're
know,
welcome.
that's an important aspect. As you're, you know, when you're at the fairs, you're online, you're selling your work, keeping track of the provenance of a piece is important, meaning who owns it, where is it, where's it been? You have a piece and it was in a gallery show. You have a piece and it was in a small local museum show. All of that is provenance. And all of that becomes important about the piece, especially if it's been in those shows, been in a museum, and now somebody is interested in buying it. It becomes part of the history of the piece. You know, you go to a large museum show where there's a major installation of a very important artist, and there you'll see the provenance of where that piece has been, and whose collection it's on loan from. All of those kinds of things really become important. So I think that's a good, especially as you have more and more and more artwork, to keep track of it and to know where it is always a good idea.
Thank
I
you.
put that
So,
link in
Artwork,
the chat there.
also, Artwork Archive has a feature that has been very helpful for me. That is, I think it's called small rooms or something like that, that you can create like a catalog to send to a client with a link, and you can you select the pieces you want to show each person individually. Say for this person, I want to show the smaller pieces. For this person I want to show the large pieces. And for example, if you next year you decide to raise your prices 10% or whatever, you change the prices, and it will be changed for everyone. You set the link automatically, so you don't have to update anything.
Nice.
Yeah, sounds like a and the couple of artists that I know that use it talk about it very positively. Yeah. Okay, well, we've been on for almost 45 minutes. Good call today. And you know, I think that in terms of what are we going to do for the next month, it's really figuring out those opportunities. One of them we've given you. Get to Kelly with your Art on View images, so that we can put them on the screens at both San Diego and in Miami. And then Kelly will also, once you have sent her images and you've got that going, she will send you back the designed banner ads, logos, and all of that that you can use to promote your digital exhibition.
Regarding gallery representation, who would I best be to speak to? Is it Eric?
Yeah, either Eric or me would be happy to talk to you about
Okay,
getting.
maybe we can do like a private call or something.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Just reach out.
Cool. Thank you.
And you know, all of you are invited to do exactly that. We're here, and the idea of the club is to be here not only when we do these calls, and some of you are very regular on these calls, but you know, we're here every day. So you know, just let us know how we can help and what your questions are. So
Thank you.
have a great month. Happy Halloween.
Thank you.
Do that thing.
I've got a
And,
show coming in 2 weeks, so wish me
Oh,
luck.
good luck.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
And
Thank you.
we'll see you your artwork at Art San Diego, and see Quinn Zhu and Shireen in San Diego.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
thank you for everything.